Well, hello.
Hi.
This is To Wit, a podcast for women in tech doing life. Da 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 da. How are you doing life?
I'm good.
Right
The
now?
sun just went behind a cloud. I was shining. I was going to say, do I look tan? Do I
Oh.
look a little tan?
Did you go somewhere and get a tan on purpose?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I got burned, actually, like a
Tell me
fucking rookie.
more.
We went to LA last weekend with some girlfriends because they love Beyonce and I love them. So we all went together. It was fun. We went to Santa Monica, stayed there, stayed at this lovely hotel, went to the show, had a driver, had good food. Like literally every meal we had was good.
A driver.
And it sounds like an old person thing, but like I feel often that go somewhere or even in your own hometown, oh, the meal isn't as good as the last time or whatever. I don't think I'm that hard to please, but every meal was so flippin' good.
point.
Just so good. And then one of the days we just laid by the pool for a little bit. It was 70-ish, 70-something-ish. And I made sure I had sunblock on my face and my tattoos and then got a sunburn on my shoulder. Because
It's always that one little, or I hate it when it's like that little sliver by your strap, and then it's annoying for the rest of, well, if you wear a bra and go outside.
yeah, my bra did hurt for the next day or two.
Right?
But yeah, it was fun. It was lovely. I got to hang out with friends. I went on a walk, like a 4-mile walk by myself
Sure.
Friday morning.
As one does.
Yeah, I was up and I hadn't been to Southern California since we moved away. And I kind of missed it in a little marine layer. And it was like 4 blocks down to the beach and the pier. And I just went. I just go. And the funny thing is I know these girls for like 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And the one that I was rooming with, she was just, a little bit of, like a little hungover. She's not ready to get up. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Like I think this is her first trip since she's had her kid, and he's 2. And my other friend has no kids, so she's in her own room, dark. I'm sleeping in. I know how to. So I got up quietly, put my little, workout clothes on. I go to sneak out of the room. One friend says, have fun on your adventure. Because they just know. They're like,
Right.
I'm not asking where you're going. I don't need to know what you're doing. You'll be back when you're back. I'm sure you're safe.
Yeah.
Have fun. Take pictures.
I like it. I am excited because I just booked a flight to, okay, so it's like a friend of mine's friend's friend or something.
Okay.
And she started this ladies' weekend, basically like caftans and cocktails.
Fun.
Just go to a resort and hang out at the pool and the spa and the whatever.
Yes.
And it's like, do stuff with people if you want or don't. Like, this is the deal. And so my friend was like, hey, do you guys, to a couple of her friends, like, anybody want to do this? And I was like, yeah, let's go on vacation with strangers because why not? Like, worst case, I hate everyone and I'm with my friend.
Yeah, you have a book.
And yeah, I'll be at a pool and the spa sounds ridiculous. So it's definitely going to be bougeroo, but
That's the best. And it's the best to get out of town. I live in town with these 2 girls,
Mm.
but it's different. We get together. We call it book club, but we usually just go to someone's house and eat and drink. Sometimes we talk about books,
I
but
wonder what
it's
the percentage of book clubs is that actually like talks about the book.
true. But it was more sitting and gabbing and eating and gabbing, and I couldn't have been more happy. We got there and then had something to eat, got ready for the show, had a blasty blast, came home, we're done. Because she got on stage, no opener, no encore, no break, and she sang 40 songs, 3 hours straight.
Jesus.
We didn't leave our seats. So we drank in the car on the way there. Our driver was like, hey, I don't mind. It took us an hour to go 13 miles. So it was great. It took us an hour. We shared a couple bottles of wine, then got a couple canned wines. So it's probably good there wasn't like an intermission because we had had plenty. We were fine. But, if there was an intermission, I'd be like, my hand's empty to the bar. But so we just crashed out. And then the next 2 days or day and a half, was to ours. So got up when we felt like it. I went on my one walk. Then they got up. We walked to Venice, got food, then went to this amazing sushi dinner. And when we got back to the hotel, there was this like kind of moody lounge music DJ. And we sat in a corner and talked. And then one friend left super early. So the other friend and I next day went down. We were going to go for bike rides, but it was raining just a skosh too much. And I said, I'm just not spry enough. I just feel like I'll slip in that bike and fall down. And so we had brunch and chatted for like 2 hours, shopped around for like an hour, and it was already time for our lunch reservation. So it was like literally planned around food. It was great, but it's just different.
Yeah.
Chatting with your friends out of town because no one has to go home. No one needs to be somewhere.
Taking the time, yeah.
Yeah. All we had to do was walk upstairs to go to bed.
Nice.
Yeah. So your little caftans and cocktails will be great.
I think I probably texted you. I think that half price tapas is one of my love languages. Like I went and met 2 of my girlfriends yesterday, and it was so nice. And it's lovely when they're half off. But also, it was such an interesting, you just talked about your moody vibe. It was, okay, so it's like a Spanish tapas restaurant, right? So it was like pop songs, but in like a, not mariachi style, but like, I don't know, poppy jazzy style, but like, so it was weird because it was songs you recognized, but then different. So you weren't like thinking too much about it until sometimes we just randomly be like, Dolly Parton song, you know? Like,
wait, I think I know this one.
But it was nice. So I sat outside, which is like the few week window here that it's fun. It's always fun in the summer, I guess, but it gets just too hot, you know? So we're in that like spring, almost summer, not too hot. Goldilocks era.
The Goldilocks zone.
For patio setting. So yeah, that's the excitement. How's your week been? Have you done any new fun Salesforce things?
Yeah, it's pissing me off.
Do
Fucking Tableau.
Ooh, okay.
There was a time that I thought, maybe I will learn that more, maybe be a partner, maybe that will be my niche. I think I've said on here before, I'm accidentally a Pardot expert, all against my will. But it's hard, and I don't know if it's me. I don't know BI tools. I think I used one of them briefly back in the day. So I don't know if it's just that my brain isn't working that way, but I am on the struggle bus. Trailhead wasn't enough. I'm on video kind number 4 and YouTube walking me through. I am just not getting it fast enough. And the client wants these rebuilt from their Zoho. So I don't know. I don't love it.
Have you followed or looked at Christy Brown's blog? A, she spells her name like me. But B, she's like a super data nerd. So I also think she like is crafty, and that's why I've looked at her blog before, but I'm assuming she also has data fam content.
Christy Brown. Yeah, I feel like there must just be this one little hurdle. Someone say, oh, you just need to understand this, and it'll click.
The sentence.
It has a lot of cool, powerful things. I'm learning some things to make it work.
Right.
I just can't work fast. I want to get these done, and I am not getting them how I want.
The complexity in the data is probably...
It's just the layering and the which goes where in their rows. Hold on. The rows are vertical and the columns are horizontal. And I was like, but isn't that the data? I think it's a me thing, but I don't like when I can't figure something out within like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or a day or 2. It's been too long now.
A whole day?
It's been a week. But I've worked for 3 days on it. Honestly. But I reached out to some people. I'll keep reaching out. I just want to bend someone's ear for like 10 minutes. I just want help my brain just click a few things. And I think I might be able to get it. But as of right now, I just keep dragging shit around and hoping that it works, and then punch a bunch of stuff. Sometimes I create a calculated field that I can't find again because I didn't know where it was put. Sometimes I move the data into a visualization that I don't even know how that happened. I can't figure out how to get out of it. So I have to use the back button. Thank God for the back button.
I think it's funny. I've also been digging into more reporting, dashboarding stuff this week than I have in the past. So I don't know if I had worked previously with as much with row level summaries to then show grouping data on the dashboard. So, and like row level summary formulas to get different metrics. But it's interesting sometimes when like the words you're saying make sense, ma'am. I understand what you're trying to get, but you want like everything opened or closed during a time period of opportunities. This is all for salespeople. And then you want to know like the percent of this, but it's going to calculate using all the opportunities, not just the closed opportunities. So then it like skews the number. And then, yeah, so I actually just I did a first pass, which was good. It actually was really good because I met with my boss Monday and she was like, I need this by tomorrow morning. And so it's like, okay, cool. And for my ADD brain, like, deadlines are so helpful. I think that's a lot of why I struggle because I'm a one-person team. My boss, like, gets what I do, but isn't, like, a nerd about it, you know? So she's not, like, digging in with me into the whatever. And so sometimes it's like, I don't want to do that today.
Yeah.
But, or I tend to do, like, I feel like recently I haven't been as into like the big brain stuff and I've just been doing the like data merger monkey kind of like more thoughtlessy stuff that I need to do, right? Like I'm getting requests for reports or I'm getting like marketing team needs to do XYZ. So we need to know blah, blah, blah types of customers, you know? So, yeah, I don't know.
I created a client that's not totally mine. Again, they're working on the SOW, getting a grant for it. But she did say she'd pay ad hoc. She just needed something. Tracking grants and invoices. They don't have grants management. And this has been such a brain breaker of mine that I was so happy to build objects and roll up summary fields and reports. I was like, yes, I know this.
I know how to do this.
I can do
I'm
this in my
really
sleep.
good at it. That's funny.
I'll keep working on it. The good thing is, I don't know if that's good. The client doesn't know either, so it's not like they're like, come on, get it together. They know BI more. So I said, oh, well, you know, if you're familiar, here's some Trailhead. And we were going over what I need to work on next. And it was recreating some of their email templates, pulling them out of the old builder and into the new content builder and Tableau. And she says, why don't you do Tableau and I'll work on the templates? I was like, God damn it. Fine. Don't want to do those.
Yeah.
You know, though, once I'm going to get it, I'm going to be a mega fan, I'm sure. Telling everybody, oh, yeah, you have to have that.
Yeah, it's going to make so much sense because, like I said, some of these things that they want to know, which we had to like Google some of these sales phrases of like how they describe win rate versus blah, blah rate versus shmee rate, you know? And some of them I'm like, yeah, we need something else to get to that, you know? Like I can't just do this in a report. And here's why. Like I can show you why I can't do it, but I hate to give that answer that I can't do things. Even if I don't, even if it sits in my Asana queue and slowly dies a sad death.
But some days I'm just on it. Asana is so cleaned up. So just, yes. Another weeks I get in and I'm like, when's the last time I looked at this?
One of the things that I think would like be the poster child of ADD is the whole like new journal, new me vibe, but in Asana. It's like new project, new me. So I definitely have one that's like to be archived, like after I go through everything in it, and it's been, you know, a year. But the most current one I'm trying to keep up with, I called Christie's Actionable Next Steps. So they're my cans, and I can do them.
You can.
Sometimes. but then I have my one-on-one one with my boss, and then blah 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 blah. So yeah, I'm not great at that. But hmm,
I
hmm.
applied for 2 Salesforce jobs this week.
You applied for 2 Salesforce jobs this week, like at
Yeah.
Salesforce?
Solution engineer on the data. Nope. Hold on.
Like
Public sector.
mothership jobs?
Yeah, Leandria had posted And I
You
was like,
sound
I
really
think I would do
excited.
good at like solution engineering or like that pre-sales thingy.
Yeah.
But I don't know public sector well. I worked on that one project at CGI for about a year, but I don't know. It was a weak moment. I was having a rough beginning of the week of being an independent contractor. Got the bill for my, our personal / business taxes due,
Mm.
and then trying to set aside for quarterly, and I just thought I'm not contributing to my IRA right now because I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm doing. So I was like, oh, this is.
What's
I'm
the other job?
Same thing, just to,
Oh.
I think one of them was Leandra sent me the other one. She was like, here's a senior solution engineer. I was like, sure, why not? I'm a senior. Yep, why not?
Yeah, I'm a senior citizen.
I don't know. I don't know what I want. It depends on the day. Earlier this week, I was this has a shelf life. I don't think I'm an entrepreneurial type person.
Yeah.
And I think it started too because last month I worked a lot more than I have in a long time. Like I built 14 grand, and I was,
Yay.
I mean, yeah, but like I can't work that hard. I will burn out bad, and it's burnout sad, not just burnout mad, because it's not for anyone else. It's me. So it's burnout. I feel sad. I don't want to be working that hard, sit down at my computer and don't leave except for to pee once for 8 hours. That's a bit much. So I feel like the last Monday was, but the rest of the week I've been trying to find the balance again. So I wasn't doing things that mattered to me. I didn't want to get up and work out because as soon as I turn my brain on, I want to sit at the computer, or my headspace is elsewhere, or I'm so tired, don't want to get up at 5:30 or whatever. So I think I adjusted back
Does want to
this
get up
week.
at 5:30.
I think I adjusted back, so I'm finding a little balance. Then there's the other thing. It's like, okay, this one that I'm on halftime, it's winding down this one phase. And if we don't sign the other phase now, instead of like, yay, I have some downtime, it's, oh God, how do I feel that? I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this anymore. I don't not like it. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to be in charge of your own financial and your family's financial health.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen, I feel like there's been a few like somewhat key people leaving Salesforce recently.
I did. I saw the Mark Baseman one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mark Baseman and Diana Jaffe. Yeah.
That his values no longer align.
Yeah. What'd you think about that?
I mean, part of me is like, don't dangle it. Either say it or don't, Why? You've been there for 11 years. I'm pretty sure you have enough clout that it's not like you'd be burning a bridge, or if you went somewhere else, they'd say, oh, well, I don't know. I think you could. I think you could
say it meanly.
No, I mean, you very much could just say values don't align, things of shit, or just don't say anything. It just very much feels like, just tell me, like, what do you mean? Well, maybe other people are feeling that way. It has been talked about. Or maybe I'm just being stupid and
no.
He said it, values are values.
Like your instant messenger, like passive aggressive, like sad song lyrics. Yes. So people would ask what was going on with you.
I don't feel good, but don't ask me why. I'm unhappy, but I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Then why did you bring it up? Yeah, that's crazy. And then in that same pseudo vein,
sure.
I've been working on my keynote, which is all about advocacy.
Okay.
And all that. So, all right, I'm going to put this out there.
Values. Ooh.
And this could, I don't know, this could be looked at poorly or not, but there's no reason not to be honest. So I have all of the things in my life that I feel are advocating and witness success, and how I felt about the community and Girly Geeks and what we do here. So I loaded into ChatGPT all of our episodes.
Ooh, okay.
I put in LinkedIn post responses to that. I put in, and I've been building an algorithm with them anyways because I have like the paid one. I put in some other pieces of information about me, like typed it in, what this is, what it means to me, what the keynote is about, and I asked them, and then I said draft it. So I have to make tweaks, of course, and I had to add things here and there. I added some places where I needed some personal anecdotes, and I ran through, added some more content because, of course, I went through and I was like, this is 10 minutes. But I thought about it, and as I'm reading some of the things, I thought, that's real good. Or like, oh, I like that sentence. I would say that. That's something I would say, right? Of course it would. Then I thought, am I cheating? And I thought, well, I'm not. Like if I sat down and
you just are using an external memory.
And there's no reason, none of this is something I wouldn't say. If it's something that seemed weird, I changed it. But this is the whole reason I loaded all that stuff in is know me and take this. Because it was more of I want to see how it's done versus I can't take the time to sit down and write it. I can. I wrote a ton of stuff down before I had that conversation with Leah. We wanted to be very meticulous and purposeful and not get tripped up on my own words. So I like it. I think there was a whole chunk in there. I was like, what is this? It said something about, I remember going to my first user group and I thought, oh, we must have talked about that. That's kind of crazy. And then it said something like, I showed up with a pen and paper and everyone had Trailhead stickers on their laptops. And I was like, nope, Trailhead wasn't out then. And then something, I was like, ooh, I belong. I was like, nope, that's not how that went down at all.
That's a little hallucination right there.
I was like, am I going to delete that part? But it's been interesting because there are things in here that I really like the way it's worded. And I do think that I would say that, but I don't think a lot of people in our field are a naysayer, but I'm sure there are plenty of people to say that's,
Are you saying this like are you worried that people will judge you for using it?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I like that answer.
I mean, get out of here. You write a fucking keynote. Who asked you?
Write a fucking keynote.
Well, no, I don't know. Just I get like, if any, I've used it to name sessions.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And like help write session descriptions. I think so much of it too is now that there's like the idea that you can tell when something is AI written.
Sure.
Right? So I think you've done the work to not have it be that, right? It's more collaborative.
Right.
And it, like you said, it's not like you're like lying or saying.
Well, and I didn't just say, give me something on advocacy. I purposefully gave it information.
Right. This is, yeah.
So, yeah, I like it. I don't remember what part it was. I'm sitting here reading. I said, oh, that's really heartfelt. That's really nice of me. That was so nice of me. That was really
best, actually.
Damn.
Man.
So fun. Oh, I know what it was. I first wrote something about it and kind of taking it back to, I don't know what part it was, that I don't have a degree. I don't have a degree in computer sciences. And I had typed in, as a matter of fact, I don't have a degree at all. I went to broadcasting school. I'm sure that's not a shock for any of you. Well, when I was doing some revisions and it revised it to, as a matter of fact, I didn't go to school at all or whatever. I went to broadcasting school. So if this sounds like a podcast, that's why. I was like, oh, that's funny. I'm keeping it.
Mr. Movie Phone says.
Yeah, right. That's so funny. I was like, I am hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. I liked it. It just is an interesting way to
think things through.
Yeah. And it has my thoughts. And it's, thinking about, notes. There is an Apple, I don't know if it's notes. I can't remember now. Maybe it is. But Jason was saying that Jason Atwood, loaded all of his Cloud for Good in notes or something like that. And he can analyze it. What episode that I liked that one tool? oh, it's this one and this one, this one. So it can give you
Oh, interesting.
the
Okay.
data. I'm not articulating it correctly, but I thought that was
The
such an
episodes of his
interesting,
podcast,
yeah,
like
he put it all in one
transcripts,
place so he could basically,
query
AI,
himself.
GPT that.
That's awesome.
It's really cool. So that's what gave me the idea of, well, maybe if I shove all this in, I don't think I mean, it's not like I've made a hard left on my personality. And this whole thing is like from written somebody else's point of view.
Oh, past me would have said this, but current me. It's all on brand.
Yes. We can't say that now?
Why not?
Oh, I thought you said past me.
No. I'm saying I was saying it's not like you're trying to be a different person now, and so you
Oh,
want to get
yes.
away from what past you did. Like
Yeah.
it's all.
I did change a few things. There was one in there that seemed a little like jabby. It's like it mentioned something like golden hoodie. They gave it out and it went wrong. I was like, no. That's not how I meant that. What I was saying was,
I like your golden fingernails, by the way.
thank you. Beyonce was about gold and denim, apparently. And I said, well, you're not getting any denim out of me.
No.
No, I wore black pleather pants and this little sweater, and then I had metallic gold nails.
I feel is metallic the new nail thing? I feel like you can get like chrome or something.
Yeah, so that's what this is. The new nail thing is the fairy or cat eye that looks like they look like marbles. It's so weird. They put this coat on and then they take a little magnet to it. And I did it. I liked it, but the thing is, they have to do a dip color and then 2 of those and then the gloss over. So it was too thick. I only did it once. It's really cool. Lots of compliments, but it was just a
Fairy
skosh too
nails
much.
is
Yeah,
like
my salon calls it cat's eye.
interesting. Okay. Oh, interesting. It's got a good celestial vibe.
Yeah.
Well, this blue one that I'm looking at specifically, I guess. Huh. I'm definitely not hip to the nail things, but I appreciate it in others if that's your
It
jam.
was fun. I do like it.
Shiny gold.
Yeah. I was like, that's all I'm going to do. Well, and I just, like I said, I was so busy the last handful of weeks. I didn't even think about it. I didn't pack till the night before. And there was supposed to be a 4th girl that went, but she had to back out. And they're all sending outfits of, choices to wear to the concert. And I was like, I don't even care. I brought stuff I hadn't even tried on. I didn't even love last time I tried on those pleather pants. I was like, well, if they don't work, they don't work. I just can't. I can't. Which was great because then it turned into such a great little 2-night, 3-day trip of no plans. Like the only plan was we had dinner reservations, and if we didn't want to, we didn't have to. So it was a nice shift away from feeling like everything was too much. And the pants fit enough. They were a little loose in areas, but whatever. It's not like they fell down.
It's funny that you mentioned, so Brad and I are going to a baby shower tomorrow that is an adults only baby shower, co-ed. So
I like it.
I was like, I mentioned, by the way, in my opinion, you would wear one of your like button up short sleeve shirts and some khakis or something, right? Like not a t-shirt. And he just got this look on his face. I'm like, do you feel some kind of way about me? He's like, I mean, no, but yes. Like, do you think my friends care? Our friends care? And I'm like, well, no, but you don't want to stand out, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. But also, I was like, honestly, I said it because I assume I've been to more baby showers than you, and like you wouldn't necessarily know the vibe. So I'm like, you can wear whatever you want. I've already overthought about this, so I'm sharing my overthinking with you. So,
I get the opposite. I assume no one gives a shit what we wear. So there have been a couple times where I have not given Josh an update, or I have thought it's no big deal. But I also have to remember I'm a girl. We can get away really with anything. Overdress, underdress. I feel like girls just can. So we went to oh my God, spit it out.
Tiffany.
after the wedding is the reception, but they
Reception.
had the wedding in Africa, so it was
Oh,
just
so
the
just the
reception.
party
So he
part.
wore like, and it was the summer, so he wore like shorts and a but now and was years ago. He still gives me shit if he's like, "What's the dress code?" I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "Do I need to ask?" I'm like, "Yeah, you probably should," because I don't know. I didn't think it mattered, but it matters to him, so I'm better now. But I
Well,
also
and
tell
like
him, then you need to ask because I am gonna wear whatever I want to
we
wear.
went to a wedding a while back, and I was like, I don't think this is a jackety wedding, but like, and it was hot. It was in Texas in the summer, so he got like a button-up shirt that's like probably a fishing shirt or some kind of like breathable shirt, but it
Yeah,
looks nice enough and it's fine. But it's like you can't wear the same shirt to everything forever.
no one will remember.
But also, he has these shirts, and I'm like, I just rearranged some stuff in the closet, so I know that you have these shirts. And he's like, well, I don't wear them. I'm like, then why do we have them? But I think his mom just buys him stuff and he just keeps it for forever.
Yeah.
But um yeah, in the end, I'm like, I don't care what you wear. I don't even care if you go. It's up to you, right?
Mm.
Like I know you. So where we landed, we're taking separate cars, so that way he can dip when he has had his fill of socialization.
Social battery has reached its max.
This is his, yeah, yes, because there's going to be people he's met before, but most of the people he's met are the people who are having the babies. So like they're going to have all these people they know, so we'll see. But I'm like, but I don't know.
Baby showers, I just feel like would be so boring for men.
Well,
Because it's a lot of opening presents
I don't
and
know that they'll do.
games
Who knows? I have no idea what the vibe will be like, to be honest. These are people I did not expect to have a baby. So, um, so another dink bites the dust, and good for, I mean, hooray. But yeah, so I have no idea what kind of party people they'll be. I know that this sounds so sarcastic because I'm just not this type of person, but it's my friends. Like, it's fine if this is what you want. But the invite asks you to send, I may have told you this, to send the gifts to the sister-in-law so that they can be wrapped in theme.
Oh, that's annoying. That would have annoyed the fuck out of me.
But I don't have to, I don't have to wrap it. Like, that's fine. Sure, I don't care. It would never occur to me to do that. But then, is it the people throwing the party that are that worried about your theme? Or is it's not that you're that worried about it?
No.
I don't think she could give a shit, maybe, but...
It's an aesthetic, it's a vibe, fine, but...
Right.
Absolutely.
But yeah, in general, if there's a concept of a party aesthetic, that's probably not Brad's number one place to be. But he is really good about showing up for his people, though. Like, we went to my friend's 40th birthday, and I'm like, okay, so this is going to be like a bunch of people you don't know. My ex-husband's going to be there. And it's going to be like talking to people in a bar and then going dancing. Like, this is not going to probably be very fun for you. But he's like, well, it's her birthday, like, it's a big deal. And he went, we had a good time, so.
I like that. Well, and you're both really good about recognizing social batteries, and when someone needs to go, you don't get all mad, like, no, we have to stay. Like, you have that good relationship. So, of course, he's going to show up because he knows that you're not going to flip out if he needs to leave or anything.
Right. Well, it's funny, too, because sometimes, I don't know if this is an ADD thing, right? But sometimes it's about the momentum. Well, okay, I know it's an ADD thing about the momentum. But to me, I don't want to go sometimes. But once I'm there, I want to be there. Right? So once I get there... So in my mind, when you're like, we'll just go for half an hour, that's me tricking my brain to get myself there for an undetermined amount of time. Mm-hmm. Whereas he's like, time's up, B, let's go.
Yeah, we said 30. And you're like, I was like, that for me, that was to get me here.
And he was like, no, let's go. So, but again, we learned it was literally the same person's house. And now we know, right? Yeah. That we can just take different cars and it'll be fine because he can just... Irish goodbye and no one will be mad, and I can talk to people that I only see never because they're like half friends from my old life. So you get the like every 2 years update,
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. How old are they?
How old are they? The humans? I think early 40s. About the same. maybe a little younger than me. I'm trying to remember. No, I think they did like a 40th birthday trip. So I think
Fascinating to me.
they did in vitro, or they did
It's just, it's
something.
so interesting because it's a lot. My girlfriend had her son at 40. She had her baby shower on her birthday like the same month. I do like that I had Olive older because I don't have any, oh man, I didn't get to do that kind of thing. It's just harder older, and it's interesting to have friends that are around my age that kids are like graduating high school or college. So that's a different swing. But I saw this, it's like a reel on Instagram that I sent to all of my older moms. Like we're all moms and we're all about the same age, and our kids are about the same age or younger. And the doctor was making a joke of going in to tell my patient that it's not menopause. She's pregnant at 50. And I sent this to my friends and I said, when I tell you the dust you could see behind me as I ran as fast as I could to Planned Parenthood, like abso-fucking-lutely not. No fucking way. No way. Pregnant at 50? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, the concept doesn't sound fun of being pregnant. I'm sure there's great things about it, but it sounds painful.
It's a lot.
Annoying.
I knew she was safe though. That's the one thing. Like there was a lot of parts I was like, yeah, about it, but I knew exactly where she was and I knew she was safe. And then she left me and now I'm just a ball of worry all the time.
Now there's just part of you out in the world. I
Yeah.
literally read something today that said that like a part of the baby's
Yeah.
DNA like
It
gets
stays in
into
our
your
brain
body.
and
the
babies you
other,
didn't have.
and the other way, right?
Yeah, like babies like I had an ectopic pregnancy or if I had miscarriage early on. I was like 23. So an abortion, a miscarriage, an ectopic pregnancy, and then my baby. So they say that no matter like what, that those like not all the time, but there's a percentage. But yeah, there's parts of the cells that stay in the brain.
They're the cells that can like do anything, and so they just like go off and become part of you.
Just in my brain forever.
Right? Here I was intrigued that my friend was just wrapping up breastfeeding, and we were talking about it, and that like if the baby is sick, that like your body just figures it out and produces.
Yeah, your breast milk will change. Like if you pumped and you could see it, yeah, it just changes to the baby, whatever the baby needs. It's fucking fascinating.
That like it's just automatic.
Yeah.
Your
Just
body-
baby's sick here. I'll just augment that for you.
I figured out the baby was sick through my nipples.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
It's all very fascinating, and I hope I don't get this wrong, but there's something like we're fertile maybe 24 hours out of a month or 40, like something real short. So it's interesting. But then I could tell you even more gross. I think live sperm lives in us for like 3 days or something terrible. You're welcome. That's for you.
Oh, 100 million of them or whatever.
I don't want it. Yeah, that's I mean,
You're saying it's a miracle that babies happen at all?
it's interesting that
Yeah.
I mean,
The ratio, the odds.
it's not a ton of time, for all week. It's not for the whole, it's a short amount of time. Yeah, it's interesting. The mothering parts, like taking out like the wooey's me, whatever, but the whole biological parts it's kind of fascinating. We just make a human. Parts of their body, parts of their DNA lives in our body. Our body can sustain the kid. And then we're like, don't play in traffic. Like, don't get hit. Oh, God. Like, can I wear her? Can I papoose her to me until she's 15? My God. But then there's a flip side where I'm like, if you don't stop talking about this thing, I am going to throw myself out of this car.
Hyperfixations in others are always interesting.
And it's the thing that she's a kid. So land the plane is hard. Well, and then, okay, so it's okay, you remember how all right, so what I was saying, I was like, oh my God, please spit it out. Please spit it out. But you have to be patient because that's a kid thing in general, and she has ADHD. But so it depends on my level of patience. But there have been times, but both Josh and I have turned to her and we're like, oh my God, spit it out. She's like, sorry. She's like, I'm trying.
I just remember when I was at your house and she was reading this like series of dragon books, and she was just so excited to talk about it. And I, A, don't know how kids work, and B, I would love to talk to you about your dragon book.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
sure, you can. And finally, you were like, could you give us a few minutes to talk about not your dragon book? You know, like, because
It
I'm
is
sure you've
super
heard it
cute.
1,800 times, and I'm like, oh yeah, they live in the desert?
I love it when she was reading that series because across the house, I would hear, "Oh my God!" Like something cool would happen. She was just so into him. It was pretty cool. I mean, we're all like that. I remember, years ago.
Yeah.
So I think maybe I was married. This was a long time ago, but I remember walking and reading through the airport. I'm reading this right now. I will figure out a way to walk and read because it was good.
I remember the day I got the final Harry Potter book, and I went home and I sat in a chair and just read the entire thing. Like,
Yeah.
eventually, when I finished, it was like, I was like, oh, it's dark? Like, what happened?
That shit's good
Lost
when you
time.
just lose time.
Yeah. Have you
No,
read anything good lately? Are you reading?
I read Harlan Coben.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
At least all lots of stuff
Mystery.
on Netflix. I can't remember what I read, and it grabbed me so quickly. I sat and read it nearly in one day and had to stop because I had shit to do, and then finish it the next day. And sometimes it takes me a year or more to read a book, but this one grabbed me so hard. That's it. I read it for a day and a half. It was awesome.
Oh, I got excited earlier because I heard of a movie, Juliet and Romeo, that's coming out. But it's based on Romeo and Juliet. It's not based on the book that I like that's called Juliet.
Oh,
So that's a bummer. JK.
JK.
I was going to be excited.
I could look up the book that I read, but I don't want to do that while we're talking. And then I could say I'm going to put it in the show notes, but you want to know why I'm not going to? Oh, wait, no, I can do that. Because remember, no editing. Though, that's just copy and paste in the show notes. I can actually put it in there. All right, I will. For anybody that wants to know, because it was damn good.
Yeah.
And as people of my brain, I don't know if it's just an ADHD thing or just how people are. I'm sure there's plenty of people that are like this that don't have the affliction. I love when I can't guess. And I didn't guess. And it had, it didn't have like multiple storylines as much as there was multiple layers to what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't guess. And that's fine. I'll still read a book if I'm like, oh, I kind of figured out who the killer is or what the what is. But it was nice to not know. Maybe towards the end I was guessing, but I didn't know until that far in. And I like being, surprised.
That's awesome. Please also text it to me because I won't read the show notes.
Fair enough.
I do have a dang lot of books downstairs. So I want to organize my library. But first, I wanted to cover the back of my bookshelf with wallpaper, stick-on wallpaper to make it pretty. So I took the panel out and I put it on, but now it's too thick to go back in. So now I need to razor this. Like I folded it over and I should have just cut it flat.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Now I need to
I love that idea.
Cut it. I don't know. So then of course I just got annoyed and didn't do anything. And so now I can't, it's a little not as stable without the back in it, but I stacked books on it anyway because the maid was coming and I was like, I want her to be able to find the floor. So now I'm probably just going to forget about it for forever because...
You have a box cutter? Can you just...
Yeah, but then it's stuck on now. So I was sanding it, kind of, but then it's not as smooth. It kind of rips a little. So anyway,
is the whole back one piece? Can you just shove it on and staple gun it?
Well, that's what I was gonna do, but so there's a little slot for it that it slips through. So the wood has a chunk, it's like a U shape, right? And you stick the backing through the U along the whole channel of the back. So that part is a gap. So if I put it on top of that part, it's not exactly wide enough because it fits inside the shelf a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So there's not enough to grip and it just looks weird. But I really was going to just send it. Yeah. So now I'm debating because I have another one that I want to do the same thing to. I could just take the removable shelves off. So there's one in the middle and then I could cut 2 squares that would fit and not take the back all the way off and just do it But like the idea of getting clean edges doesn't sound great.
Mm-mm.
But
How do
we'll
they
have to
fit
see how it
flush to
does.
the wall? Can you just wallpaper the wall part behind it?
Well, no, I want to paint the wall. I have 3 paint samples that I need to put on the wall to then
You just
decide.
put the wallpaper in the square of the shelf and you just move the
Yeah,
bookshelf back
never,
into it, and then no one has to know.
never move it ever.
Could you
Sure.
imagine though when you moved, someone's looking at the house like, why is there a weird square of
Like 3 of them just at
wallpaper?
random.
Yeah, just randomly.
Yeah. It's fine.
They're like they were secret doors. Okay, I moved them. I'm a wizard. I'm a witch. We're moving. Obviously, I'm taking the secret doors with me.
I mean, if I could make secret doors, I could just make new secret doors.
Oh yeah, but you have
Sorry,
to
didn't
leave
mean
remnants.
to ruin your magic logic there.
Oh, speaking of ruining things, so
Speaking
my
of landing
brain.
the plane. Sorry, go ahead.
I started. This is kind of a super fave. My friend suggested Buoy, these hydration drops, and she says I can actually really tell. And I was like, okay, I'm probably dehydrated all the time. So I had a few. I don't. It's supposed to be tasteless, but I can taste it a little. So I wasn't really fucking around with them. And then this last week, I put in my Noon tablet and the drops, and then I just felt great. So I texted her. It was last night, and I said, do these drops make you feel happier, or am I a fucking lunatic?
What's
She
a
says,
Noon?
oh, Noon tablets, those little, they're like flavor tablets for water. They have like electrolytes or something. Because, when you only drink water, coffee, and wine, there's a time for things. And water gets real boring at times.
Yes, I've been struggling with this.
The Noon tablets are great. I love them. They have different kinds. And they don't do fizzy. It just is not like an emergency. It just gives a flavor, and there's a ton of choices. So she says, no, I feel that way too. And I went and looked at the ingredients because, of course, I asked my pal, CGPT. I got to come up with a better one. It's too many syllables for ChatGPT. CT Chad. Could just call him Chad. Yes. I asked my friend Chad. And it said there's zinc and B and all this other stuff. Because I said, so am I happy because I'm hydrated? Because if that's a thing, that's weird. But it has a bunch of other little good stuff in it. And then, so we have this great text conversation. She says, oh my God, I feel great too. Oh my God, I feel great. And then my brain goes, yeah, there's a lot of things that you do. And in the beginning, they feel great. And then they wear off or you become immune.
Rude.
Excuse me, sir. Whose side are you on? What? So, of course, I text this to her and she says, I love that we're talking about your brain in the third person. And it's not wrong, but can you just enjoy it for a minute? And I was like, I don't know. Can I? You ask it.
I mean, you can feel great for now, even if you don't feel great.
No, just enjoy it. No, can't just enjoy it. I'm such a weirdo. Yeah, so right now it feels great. I love it.
That's interesting. I was at my friend's house and she uses the Mio squeezy juice, and the lemonade wasn't my favorite, but the orange tangerine basically tastes like Sunny D.
Ooh, I can't remember why I stopped with the Mio squirts. I think they might Mio squirts.
The drink squirts. You like the tablets better, huh?
I feel like the Mio may have been sweet. Maybe that was it.
Okay, so Noon, N-U-U-N, if anyone's listening to this, and also wants to Google it, I did it for you. My super fave, I don't know if you've heard of Elise Myers.
Yes, she's back.
She does a lot of, she like went viral for her video, great question, I'd love to tell you.
Yes.
And, like, she tells
Thank you so much for asking. Yes. I love that series.
I love it to tell you. I have her shirt on right now, which people will probably never see, but it says "Go Find Less," which I like specifically went to find this shirt this week because I was like, I need to wear this right now because it's like if I'm too much for you, deuces.
Yeah.
But she wrote a book and it's available for pre-order now. And
I loved her whole series. Thank you so much for asking. And I would have all these like emojis across the video. She's great.
Yeah, she's great. And she started doing more like long form content, and just how her brain works is really interesting. And she's just a lovely human, I think. So they did like an article about it in People. She was like on Ryan Seacrest's show. So it's been a very interesting glow up, but it's been like years now. So
she went away for a little while. I think she was
I'm just kidding.
Quiet.
I'm sorry?
If I understand this right, and I am no influencer or no shit about shit. I don't know fuck about fuck all. But I think that she had gone quiet for a while because I think she had gotten some flack for not speaking up about Israel and Palestine. So I think, and then she's super sensitive. So I think that she was
That's dumb.
hurt by it. And like, I don't know why I have to say something that people like give a platform. And I think that, and if I got this wrong, I apologize to anybody that thinks
I mean, I'm
being
sure
an
there's
idiot.
a similar person that had a similar experience if it wasn't her.
Yeah,
right?
and
It's just so
she's-
interesting. Like, why?
I know.
Brad and I were talking about this the other day. Why do I care what? Like, why do I care what they think?
I mean, people think if you have a platform where people are listening to you, you have a responsibility to speak up about important
Things
issues.
that you aren't involved, like, aren't an expert on.
I think she might be in one of. I think she might be Jewish. Maybe not.
I don't know. Interesting.
Anyways, I don't know why people came at her so hard. That's why I was like, I speculated maybe she was Jewish because they came at her, but maybe not. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but I feel like she
Libel.
was. Yeah. Well, and I don't think she was ever trying to not speak about things that are important. She was just doing her own thing. And then she got a lot of flack. And I remember something, she's like, that's not what I'm here for. Like, I'm not here to have people berate me. I'm going to go ahead and step back for a little bit. So I did see her lately. She did a series on some eavesdropping that she did on a plane and then made it a slideshow. And I was like, this is amazing.
I like that she does PowerPoint sometimes.
So fun.
Like, these are words that I don't think should exist. Or like just things that, yeah.
Thank you for coming to my PowerPoint. Let me tell you about this.
I also think she brought granny squares into my life because she started crocheting. She actually has her own Wooble too. That I bought. Even though I've never done a Wooble, I own about 8 of them. Because I'm gonna learn to crochet.
Yeah. Talk to Jean Smart.
Then someday.
Jean
probably.
Smart. That is an actress. Melinda, get your shit together. Jean Valonis.
Yeah, she is smart though.
She is smart. Maybe
And
that's what I meant.
She's like adapted some to make Trailhead character ones.
She is crushing it. They're so
like,
cute. I have a troll, a Christmas troll, and I gave her earrings for her Ruth Bader Ginsburg one.
Did you? Oh, you crocheted one? You did one?
Oh God, no.
Oh.
She made a Ruth Bader Ginsburg crochet doll. I gave her earrings for it, actual earrings.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Clearly we could talk forever.
Yes.
Any last words? Any thoughts?
Fucking Tableau.
We at least talked about Salesforce things this time, so
I mean, I complained a little. I'm gonna get this Tableau thing. Maybe next time we talk. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I'm crushing it.
And if not, then you're still a wonderful, valid person.
Thanks. I love you.
Have a lovely weekend. I love you too. Stay witty.